Hello everybody, welcome back to Create with Brandy. I am Brandy. Today what I'm going to show you is the February gift journal. I'm making these for my sister-in-law. She already got the January one and is already showing me pictures that she's done, drawings that she's done, some writing with her own special way of filling the book. Okay, so this one is the February journal. Now, if you look back at where I showed the January journal, I did do a little bit of a peek at what I had in here. I didn't have much in it at the time, but I had this and explained how this is made by, this design is from Joanne Fink. She puts out a couple of books where you can learn to do this. I drew a little mushroom house here so that she likes to color, so she can color that, and on the back she can journal. Pockets. These pieces that are like this, they come from the 12 by 12 pads of paper. They usually have a sheet or two in them that has some 6 by 6 pictures and that you can just paste in, and also some little word things that you can pick from here, there, and everywhere. I have the month here with Groundhog Day, and this is birthday and Valentine's Day. Now, I've left a lot more blank pages on this one than I did on the January one, just to leave room for her to put more of her own stuff in. And as the books keep getting made later on, I will leave more and more blank pages. And in fact, I might even get to the point where I don't even put in the dates. This book, like the other one, has 2 signatures. And what I did differently with this one is this first part is basically just all work that I've done, places for her to write specific things and put in things that she wants. And then the second part of it starts with, well, the dates. The dates are in the second part, also having pages, blank pages for her to do what she wants to in them. Now, blank page. Here's a place where she can write what she plans to accomplish this month. Again, any of this, she can use it however she wants. She can, change it. She can cover that over and make it something different if she doesn't want to use it that way. Here is a collaged belly band type thing. I included this because one of the first things that we did when we met was we went to a balloon festival. All right, so some tags on which she can write on the back, and a bookmark with some pretty painting on it. Word search, of course, she likes word search. I bought the book, a small little book, and I just cut them out and put them in here. I just tape them down so that we don't have glue bumps underneath them. This is a book page pocket. When I glued it together, I didn't even realize that just gluing down the folded strip in the back left me 2 places. So rather skinny, but that works. And then more places for journaling. Stickers that I have, I sewed, and then I glued. This page, I just did a little bit of art on it and left some spots. She can either write or she can draw more things, whatever she wants to do. Blank page. This is just a bunch of stickers and things that I painted. Stickers I painted. Collage I made. Butterfly punch. Pockets with a little tag in there. All right. Some of my best memories. And I just made little boxes. Hoping that it's not, cutting her off on her ideas, but it'll work. Some of these were punched out of artwork. This is a piece of a collage that I did. I punched, of course, out of that. And these are just 6 by 6 pieces of cardstock that I punched those butterflies out. Again, this comes from what's inside the 12 by 12 pads. Another little collage. It's totally glued down. It's not a tuck spot. But then we have this tuck spot. This right here is purchased from, I think this was bought from Dollar Tree. But it's just, you peel it off and you lay it on there. It's pretty cool. Pretty too. Very pretty. Vision board. And this is an example of when you make a mistake. Normally, I write the vision board across the top. Well, when I was putting it together, I did write it across the top. Unfortunately, I had the book upside down and didn't realize it. So what I had to do, stay over there, is I covered it up with some paper. Used a little bit of, there's a little bit of white out in there. And just wrote the vision board all over again. So don't fret when you make mistakes. They work out in the end. Some blanks. More blanks. Another little tuck spot. Now this is a ribbon sewn on the sewing machine with, I made it with a map paper. This little book also sewn on my sewing machine. Stickers and the papers pop out. I've already put a couple of little affirmation type things in here for her. There's one there. There's one printed on one of them little tiny printers. And their pages just same thing all the way through. And that just has a little home right there. More blanks. 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 Stickers. Here, I just separate the two signatures with, this comes as a double, and I just cut it, glued it in. Comes from Michael's, gem mesh. The letter in here is coffee dyed paper, and what she can do is she can write to herself, from herself, and maybe open it up next February and see how she has grown. Blank papers. Now, guess where she lives? Yeah, everything Texas. Now here, this is the second signature. So the second signature starts the days. Another word search. Here's a little thing about Groundhog Day. If he sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. No shadow, early spring. Okay. Here in Washington, we have a lot of cloudy days. So if he was here, he wouldn't see his shadow most likely. But I'm not sure where Puxatawney Pete lives, but I think it's a place that has sun. So we'll see. We'll see. On with days. I used washi tape to separate the days. Blank. Same washi tape, more blank. Another pocket with a tag. Days. A little message. Make this day all about falling in love with the person who is Holly. That's her name. And then make an incredible memory today. She can write that on the back, or she can write it in the spot. More blank. Collage. Yeah, that's like a fold it and cut out like a paper doll and punch. Yeah, just something. Days, blank pages, another word search at number 28, at the last day. All right, and then this is a little collage. Thank you. There's fodder school, which I don't participate in. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now. It's just a piece of black paper with some printed paper on top, and then I drew this and painted it thanks to another videographer who draws these, and then just stuck a sticker on it, and there we go. And that is what she gets to have for February. Each of the months, you will notice, are different sizes. The first one was, I think, about like that, 6 by 6 or something. There's the butterfly punch, washi tape, flowers She likes tea. I need to go through and put one in there. And of course that, and all the different stickers. A lot of these stickers I get from Dollar Tree. Now see, that butterfly is in there. And this is another of those jewel stickers. But got 10 more months of journals to be making. So we will be making more. Hot apple cider. Good stuff. There's my corner punch. Rounding. Now what I'm going to do is give you a sneak peek. I'm also giving her a sneak peek because she watches the videos, but this is going to be the March journal. The only thing I've got is, I've got the 2 signatures in there. I did a 3-hole punch on this one, 3-hole pamphlet stitch, sorry, and this one has a 7. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hole. That's pamphlet stitch. This one has a 3, and I did it from the outside to leave the strings, and I've beaded them to just dress it up a little bit. Now with this one, I made the mistake, another mistake, of punching through this, the front cover for these, and then I had to cover them and didn't do a very good job of it. But that's all that is. That does not come out. Well, it's glued on there to cover up the brad, the little metal holders. But on this one, I got smarter. I put the brads in before I glued this down to the book. So, no brads. Nothing on the inside. No brads. And this one, again, is different cardstock. I haven't done much of anything there. Going to do a little bit more to that. Just papers. I stuck this with another little book. I like to put these little books. This book I put together with staples. And there's a small little tag to which I will add a ribbon. But yeah, there's hardly anything in this one at all. I've got some work to do. Well, I always have to have one of those. Songs by the Who. I don't think there's much of anything else in here. Yeah, I haven't even started to write the days. Nothing. There's a pocket. Oh, also too, and on my January one, I have a link to the person who shows these pockets, how to make these. They're pretty cool. It's just one sheet of paper, and it's printed on 2 sides, and you get that very beautiful pocket. Now again, this is just like, I made a bunch of these sitting all at one time. Had fun. I had fun with them. Stickers. This is book paper, same kind of on the cardstock. Black sheet, cardstock. This I painted, like these here. Watercolor. I'm learning watercolor, so I practice it as often as I can. This one is just covered with a brown paper bag. And it's a little crinkly, so it kind of looks like a light leather. I could have gone over it with some, brown ink or something, but it's not really crumpled enough to do that. I think it would just be solid. And this one also has the brown book tape, as in this one has the black book tape. Just depends on what color I'm going to make the cover to be. But there you have it. February and March. This is going out tomorrow, so she has plenty of time to put her stuff in it. And I thank you so much for watching. I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel. Follow along for all of the rest of the monthly journals that I make for her. As the journals go along, I will be putting in less and less and less of my work and leaving more and more room for her work as she learns to do a lot of this stuff. I will be putting the dates in and maybe even get to the point where I don't put the dates in, because sometimes you don't feel like writing every day. So if she were to just put her own date in, then she could write as much, skip a few days, whatever. But yeah, so there we go. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.